What happened just now? Why am I so dizzy? He reached to scratch his head, but oddly enough, he couldn't. Looking down, damn it. I'm hogtight. Oi, you three. Wake up. We've been captured by someone. Whatever blind bastard tied up us 4 demons, fuck you. You better release us, or you'll leave you without a grave. These 4 brats really have the audacity. You've become sitting ducks, yet you're still so rude. Fuck you. The 4 rained curses. You 4 bastards. You say that again, and I'll kill you on the spot. The barking halted on the spot, but their beady eyes still glared at the duo. I called these 4 brainless. At least they understand the position they're in. It was just a threat, but they've become quite obedient. But I guess this is even better. It'll make it easier to interrogate them. I'll be asking you some questions now. Answer honestly. If there is a lie, I will kill you on the spot. I heard you were sealed in a thunderswarm mountain. How did you get out? Who let you out? I don't know. Violent demon shouted. All right. I guess you still have the boldness. Elder Lee, finish him off. Soaring demonic draw. Wait, I actually don't know. I beg of you. Please let us go. It's only been a few months since we escaped. We haven't played enough yet. We don't want to die yet. For fuck's sake. If you don't want to die, then why are you putting on a hero's act? I really thought you all were fearless. These weirdos are really something. Someone let you out. How do you not know who they were? You're not lying to me, are you? Right now, our lives are in your hands. How could we lie to you? We really don't know. 8 months ago, we were locked up in a thunderswarm mountain, bearing the pain of thousands of lightning bolts. A hole suddenly appeared in the barrier. We weren't stupid, so we obviously had the chance to escape. But when we came out, we didn't see anyone, so we wandered around. Killing people, burning things, destroying clans, demolishing cities, and whatnot. Wait a minute. After you came out, why did you do all of that? Zhuofan blinked. One look tells me you're the stereotypical bookworm who knows nothing of the world. We're demonic heroes. If we don't kill or set things ablaze, how could we call ourselves demonic cultivators? Only through more and more acts of evil. Can we progress further in our journey down the demonic path? More like 4 retards. You guys are the narrow-minded ones. I also walk the demonic path. I even became a demonic emperor. Shouldn't I have much more insight into demonic cultivation than you? At the end of it all, the so-called demonic path comes down to one word only: selfishness. Demonic cultivators don't care about others. It's every man for himself. When they kill or lay waste on the land, it's because it's standing in their way. For us, this is only a means to an end, not our purpose. These 4 pygmies, however, thought these methods were the end-all be-all. They really got it all wrong. If demonic cultivators really acted this rashly, we would have been wiped out a long time ago. How did the demon-scheming sect even take them in? But who is the person who let them out? What is their aim? Why did you attack us? Who ordered you to do so? Just a coincidence. Elder Lee, finish him off. Wait, what I said is the truth. It was like this. We escaped the Thunderswarm Mountain, destroyed 3-4 cities, and killed a few 100,000 people. Eventually, we got bored. And right when we were picking a 5th city to destroy, we crossed paths with a brat and made a bet with him, only to find that we lost it, so we had to go find ingredients for him. We asked him where to find the ingredients. He said, obviously by robbing passers-by, especially profound heaven experts and above. They should have lots of ingredients in their rings. So when I saw you, I attacked you immediately. Originally, we thought we could collect a lot of ingredients and finish the job for that brat, but we didn't think you'd get the better of us. We're so unlucky. One minute they were savage, the next they played the victim, like wrong children. All right, stop crying. Whoever continues to cry, I'll finish you off. These fuckers, were they even crying? They stopped as soon as I told them. Are you so honorable that you'd admit defeat after losing the bet? Of course we are. We're demonic heroes. How could we not admit our loss? Looking him in the eye, Zhuofan walked to him and squinted. The 4 looked back cautiously, their hearts in their throat. Steward Zhuo, do you believe them? These 4 may have confusing reasoning and unclear speech, but we should be able to trust them. It seems that someone, in order to incite chaos in Tianyu, released them on purpose. They weren't aiming for us. Since that's the case, we can continue our journey to the Thunder Swarm Mountain with peace of mind. I was very worried someone knew our whereabouts and set a trap on our path. The two stood there in silence for a while. Zhuo Fan was mulling over something and Li Jingtian stayed nearby so he wouldn't disturb. Li Jingtian couldn't help but voice his confusion. Steward Zhuo, are you thinking of our journey to Thunder Swarm Mountain or about how to deal with these 4 demons? Since we weren't specifically their target, our journey to Thunder Swarm Mountain will have no issues. As for these 4 weirdos, I have some ideas. It just so happens that I have a unity tactic that'll be very suitable for them. Steward Zhuo, I realized earlier that you had me spare their lives because they caught your eye. It's just that. I think you should think this through more. Aren't you worried that after we take them in, the demon scheming sect will be offended? There's no chance they'll be. They haven't cared for 60 years. They won't care about them now. Besides, those who achieve great things don't get dragged down by trifling matters. If you cannot even take a risk like this, don't even think about conquering the world, then what you mean to do is… What I'm mulling over is… Right now, I don't have any cold spiritual beast blood on me. So how do I put bloodworms into the pills and trick those 4 into taking them? They may be brainless idiots, but they are still radiant experts. Their lives are in our hands. I don't think it's necessary to trick them into taking the pills, right? I had to trick Li Jingtian back then because his superior strength meant that direct confrontation wouldn't work. But right now, these 4 pygmies are at our mercy. Why do we need to trick them into eating them? We can just feed it to them directly. How did I become so stupid? Elder Li. Forget what happened just now. Okay. I never would have thought that someone as shrewd as him could have a brain fart. Steward Zhuo. Could I have some of those worms? I also want to force it into them, that feeling of stuffing it inside their mouths. Of course. The 2, with 2 worms each, snickered at the 4 demons. What are you trying to do? Didn't we tell you the truth? The 4 were now shaking in fear and wailing. Why are you still doing this to us? Bloodworms entered each of their mouths, forever branding them with the Luo clan's seal. I'm done here, Elder Li. Untie their ropes and restore their cultivation. God damn it. You 2 really have guts. You actually had the audacity to tie us up. You even fed us worms to humiliate us. This time, even if you beg, we won't spare your meager lives. Yeah. We definitely won't spare your measly lives. Yes, we'll take your lives. Burn your measly lives. Li Jingtian and Zhuo Fan shared a look and sneered. What's going on? Why are those 2 not afraid of us? Before they could make sense of anything, a blood mark appeared on their heads. The 4 forewent their haughty attitude in favor of rolling on the ground and holding their heads. We're already in control of you. If you don't want to die, listen closely. I'll really listen. Please stop. My head's about to explode. Yeah, you're our boss from now on. That old violent demon can go to death. Fuck you. You have no sense of loyalty. Aren't we from the same mother? Daddy, you're my true daddy. Hurry and get rid of those traitorous brats. I can care for you myself. They can't be trusted. These 4 pygmies are the most unscrupulous radiant experts I've ever seen. Will I regret doing these unscrupulous things in the future? They actually called me daddy. I hope I won't regret it for the rest of my life. Zhuo Fan lamented inside and his hand sign changed, relieving the 4 of their pain. Daddy, I'll follow you forever. Don't let these worms give your kid a tummy ache. Fuck off, you shameless bastards. What? Do you want us to show our integrity, Daddy? We are the demonic heroes, the abominable 4. Our daddy is… Daddy, who are you again? Zhuo Fan felt like spitting blood. Li Jingtian was laughing his heart out. You 4 are forbidden from calling me daddy from now on, otherwise, I'll have those worms in your belly squirm around so much that you'll be begging for death. Yes, mommy. The 4 imps puffed their chests, totally guessing Zhuo Fan's meaning. Call me Steward Zhuo. The 4 stood at attention and shouted, yes, Steward Zhuo. If it weren't for the lack of people in the Luo clan, the first ones I would get rid of for good would be these 4 weirdos. Now that you are part of the clan, tell me about that unity tactic of yours. This unity tactic is a secret art of the demon scheming sect. We can't just reveal it so easily. Finally, they said something more human, more caring, for once. The demon scheming sect imprisoned them for 60 years, yet they're still willing to keep their secrets. Well, the point is, this secret art can only be practiced by us 4, so it's our secret. If we reveal it, it might come back to bite us, and that would be very dangerous. Why don't we give you a picture of the demon scheming sect's guarding array instead? Or where they store their scriptures? Maybe where the sect leader's room is. You've sold out the demon scheming sect thoroughly enough. I really don't know if you'll sell me out to this extent either. The four looked at each other but remained silent. Then they each looked elsewhere and started whistling. Hurry up and explain your unity tactic. If you don't tell me, I can kill you right here, right now. We'll tell you now. Li Jingtian listened from the side, now understanding. It turns out that these four's unity tactic uses the four people's personalities to connect with each other, which enables them to use each other's abilities. This unity tactic, called the formation of the four hearts, requires the four emotions of happiness, anger, sorrow, and joy. Their boss, a violent demon, nurtured anger into violence and ferocity. His attacks are unstoppable. The second, the Scrooge demon, nurtured sorrow into misery and resentment. He phases you in and out and haunts you like a ghost. The third, the Sly demon, nurtured happiness into glee. He is unpredictably agile and swift, like the wind. The fourth wimp demon nurtured joy and thus followed after his cowardly heart, perceiving and avoiding his opponent's moves. This four-heart formation's characteristic is that it enables the four to use one person's power, and together their combined power multiplies. Who would have thought this tactic would be so strange? Even though I was almost done despite my strength. But it has a weakness, which is that the four can't use more than one person's power at the same time. Otherwise, this tactic would be outrageous. Is that so? Then I'll make it even more outrageous. Abominable four scheming demons, because you are my people now, I will obviously not treat you poorly. This is another unity tactic called the four-division formation. Its cultivators align with the four cardinal directions by means of the five elements. It will allow you all to use each other's powers at the same time. Additionally, each of you will see a 3-layer increase in your power. What? Each one of them will go up 3 layers. Wouldn't that be the same as facing the 4 scheming demons at Radiant 6th layer? Correct. Through the balance of the 4 cardinal directions and the 5 elements, their individual powers can be combined and utilized simultaneously. This way, they'll all have strength, speed, movement, and defense. Their power will naturally greatly improve, and the 4 hearts' weaknesses will be covered. As for their 3-layer increase, that's just the beginning stage of the 4-division formation. Once they reach the mid-stage, through the balance of the 4 cardinal directions and the 5 elements, it's very possible for them to have an increase of 6 layers. And by practicing it to its peak stage, they can go up 1 whole stage. That is to say that the 4's joint force would equate to 4 peak radiant experts. Where did you obtain a treasure like this from? This 4-division formation is so much stronger than the 4-heart formation. Steward Zhuo, are you perhaps a young master who escaped from a super sect? That is a secret. The 4 scheming demons were now thrilled. Steward Zhuo, if you're not busy right now, could you pay us back for our bone staff? Not a problem. He then added some diamond sand and in the azure flame, the staff was instantly restored, even improved upon. All right. Like brand new and with better quality than before. Steward Zhuo is so cool. The 4 scheming demons were jumping in joy for having their spiritual weapon back. Then, Steward Zhuo, could you give me that old man's ring and clothes? What? Why? Of course, it's because we lost them. If we weren't unconscious just now, how could that old man take those 2 things from us? What the fuck? They were my things to begin with. Pygmy, you laid your hands on it, so it is yours now? What is this logic? Your twisted personalities may not change, but do not dare let them affect my life, or else. Zhuo Fan's face sank. Understood, Steward Zhuo. I'll keep a good eye on him. Forgive this kid for his rude remarks and temper. Even if he hasn't laid his hands on it, if it catches his eye and he doesn't get it, he'll sulk for days as if he lost something of his own. He really is a Scrooge demon. It seems that when we take them back to the Luo clan, all is right. Stop looking. It's not yours. Anti-theft security will need to be tightened. Right now, we're going to go to Thunder Swarm Mountain. Since you're familiar with the place, you'll be leading the way. That. We can't. Why? Steward Zhuo, did you perhaps forget that we agreed to help a kid find an herb? Our 4 abominable demons are demonic heroes, honest, and upright. How could we deceive others? If it were someone else, I wouldn't care, but we're talking about these 4 weirdos, who rarely do anything sincerely. If I force them to come with us and give them the impression that promises don't have to be kept, won't it become more difficult to teach them in the future? All right. Let's find that kid first, give him the herb, and then go to Thunder Swarm Mountain. Steward Zhuo, you really have an herb on you? Of course. See that? I told you that flying people would definitely have herbs on them, Attacking them was the right choice. Big Brother is a genius. The way these four are behaving, why does it seem a bit strange? Zhuofan felt unwell for some reason. In the sunset's glow, an 8-year-old kid sat on a meter-tall rock. As if noticing the newcomers, the kid's ears moved, and turned his head, revealing his sparkling eyes. What just happened? It felt like some terrifying beast was watching me. How can a kid who looks younger than 10 give off such a dangerous aura? Steward Zhuo, that kid is a second-layer radiant expert. What? Perhaps an ancient in disguise. But a body like that can't be faked so easily. Then, the only possibility left is that that kid reached radiant at a young age. These four pygmies only said they made a bet with a boy but never said this was a radiant expert. They purposely hid that fact for what reason? Zhuofan squinted and his fists tightened. The kid didn't get up, still sitting on the rock as he spoke. You four finally came back. If you come back any later, I would have thought you had run away. I was going to go catch you. We wouldn't dare. We've tried it 2 times already. We'll never run away again. These 4 demons are more powerful. Why do they seem so afraid of that kid? Can this second-layer radiant kid beat these 4 second-layer radiant stages combined power? It's been nearly 3 days already. Have you found an herb? They have it. Ask them. The 4 shivered a nod and pointed at Zhuofan. Give it here. The youth extended his hand. The 4th-grade ingredient, the purple root. Surely, it's enough. Chewing it like a snack. He ate it. That's an alchemy ingredient. He ate it before he even refined it. Even if this is the radiant expert we're talking about here, that ingredient should make his meridians burst. But he seems just fine. It seems he can refine the ingredient naturally. What a monster. It was Zhuofan's first time using this word on others, having gotten used to others usually using it on him. This 4th-grade ingredient is terrible. It tastes so bland. Do you have any that are in the 5th grade or higher? Picky brat. This is a 5th-grade ingredient, a 10,000-year-old snow ginseng. It's been so long since I've eaten such a high-grade ingredient. Those golden-clothed bastards are really shitty. Only giving me low-level ingredients almost starved me to death. Golden clothes? Who is this kid talking about? If it's the 7 houses, then there's no doubt the Regent estate. All right, you 4 have another 3 days to live. Go find some more for me. If you don't, your heads will roll. We're not going to die. Wait. Zhuofan waved them off. Why do I feel like you're forcing them to do it? Didn't you make a bet with them, and because they lost, they're helping you find herbs? A bet? I fucking hate gambling for the life of me. I've only bet once in my whole life, and I lost. Now I have to eat these fucking herbs for the rest of my life. I vowed to never bet again. Then, there. Those 4 went to 3 or 4 cities, killing people and burning everything, and were caught by me. I was going to finish them right then and there, but they were willing to help me find some herbs. So I let them off the hook for the time being. I was lacking some helping hands anyway. I understand being indebted to someone after benefiting from them. So after eating the herbs they collected for me, I couldn't bring myself to kill them again. Their crimes were very severe, though, so I set them the task of finding an herb for me every 3 days. As long as my trip outside lasts, they'll keep at it. It's a good way for them to repent for their crimes, anyhow. In what way does making them find herbs for you relate to stopping them from killing and burning? 4 bastards and a hypocrite, none of them are any good. Whatever, not like I'm any better either. Why don't we talk this over? They're under me now, so how about I give you 10 5th-grade ingredients, and you let them come with me, alright? 10. The kid's eyes lit up and drooled. Seeing how you brought out so many herbs, why are you heading off? Go with those 4 and find me some herbs too. You greedy little brother, since you're a radiant expert, I won't take you for an ignorant youngster. What you just did was treat us as your slaves, didn't you? Felons belong in prison. Being slaves for a while is appropriate. But the crime doors were those 4 pygmies. What does that have to do with us? Birds of a feather flock together. Since you're on their side, then you're no good either. A little punishment is needed. Since you've said so, don't go back on your words. I don't like laying hands on children, but... Oh, you're going to hit me? Hee hee, go ahead. I don't have the heart to kill you right now, so I'll give you 10 chances to hit me. If you can beat me once, I'll let you all go. This kid, he's extremely confident in his victory. Anyway, even these 4 demons fear him. That means his strength is definitely much higher than it appears to be. Zhuofan whispered to the 4 demons, how powerful is this kid? Is he stronger or weaker compared to the elder Lee? If he's stronger, by how much? This kid's very strong, but maybe not as strong as that old man. More importantly, he has great intuition. He saw through our four hearts' weakness. Otherwise, how could we lose to him? So it was like that. Of course. How could they become slaves without having their unity tactic undone? Elder Lee, you must give it your all against this kid. Don't hold back. Li Jingtian nodded, bloodthirst setting into his gaze, and released billowing black energy. His immense power made the sky and earth tremble alike. Is that kid faking it, or does he truly think nothing of Li Jingtian? If the latter is true, then this kid's strength must be enormous. With a dragon roar, Li Jingtian shot at the kid, surrounded by a black dragon image bearing its fangs and claws, ready to rip him to pieces. The kid's reaction to this expert's incredible display of power was to extend a hand. Li Jingtian's mighty power was stopped as simple as that, by a boy's hand. How can this be? Zhuo Fan watched agape. This may very well be the very first time someone thoroughly shocked him. Remember, this is your first try. The kid grabbed Li Jingtian's arm and just threw him. A huge rock was blown to rubble. Zhuo Fan and the four demons were shocked and jumped in the air. The huge rock was flattened in an instant, and Li Jingtian struggled to crawl from beneath the rubble. He spat blood and fear crept into his gaze. What kind of freaky power is this? This mountain's been ruined. I'll wait for you on top of another mountain. Remember. In 3 days' time. Oh, right. Where are your 10 herbs? The kid was delighted as he took them. You're not half bad, kid. If you find a lot of herbs, I, the invincible scamp Jiyu Santong, will reward you heavily. Jiyu Santong. Steward Zhuo, who did he just say he was? He seemed to call himself some invincible scamp, Jiyu Santong. What? Do you know him, Elder Lee? Oh shit. No wonder I lost so miserably. Why is my luck so terrible that I had to meet this little demon? Ah, I didn't check the lunar calendar today. This Jiyu Santong, who is he? Steward Zhuo, you really are uneducated. You don't even recognize this old demon, the invincible scamp, Jiyu Santong. You've known who he is and how strong he is, haven't you? That's a given. We're demonic heroes, after all. Which Tianyu expert have we not come across? With such a notable name, how could we not know this Jiyu Santong? Do you think we're like you, as clueless as you are about the world? Then, you purposely led us here to face this little demon? Of course, we are demonic heroes, after all. Why would we do anything good? We were enslaved by this little demon and were so damn angry we needed someone to vent it on, but tricking you guys into becoming slaves as well makes us so happy. Brother, no one in our demonic sect ever keeps their word. How did you actually believe us? You really are a clueless idiot. The 4 scheming demons danced in joy and made a mockery out of Zhuo Fan. You guys are really, damn it. Zhuo Fan popped another vein, red from anger. Zhuo Fan's finger moved and made a sign. Ah, it hurts. Save me. Steward Zhuo, no more. We won't do it again. These 4 are actual idiots. Your lives still belong to someone, yet you dare mess with him. You're really asking for death. But we've been enslaved by Tianyu's strongest, the invincible scamp Jiyu Santong. We're in deep water. Li Jingtian frowned and sighed. Zhuo Fan calmed down. He said, Elder Li, where is Jiyu Santong from? What makes him so terrifying? I can't confirm them myself, but legends say that he was named the invincible scamp. Because he's been invincible all his life. 300 years ago, he caused an uproar in Tianyu, and nearly brought the entire empire's ruin. But then he disappeared without a word, and I haven't heard a word about him since. I didn't think I'd come across him here. What? 300 years ago? How old is that kid? How can he be that old? I'm not sure. I've only heard about him through the legends. But if this kid really is the invincible scamp, he is definitely more than 300 years old. Or he's the invincible scamp's descendant, and he's using his ancestor's name. The invincible scamp Jiyu Santong caused tsunamis of chaos back then with his ruthless power. He was even named the strongest expert in Tianyu in all of history. How could someone use his name? And besides, you experienced how he does things just now. If he really wasn't an invincible scamp, how could I have gotten my ass handed to me so hard? These 4 little shits always talk nonsense, these half-witted morons, but sometimes they speak reason. If that kid really wasn't the invincible scamp from the legends, who else in this world could beat me? Elder Lee doesn't know about him, so how do you guys know? Of course, Even if that old geezer's lived for quite some years, he probably wasn't even born when the war happened 300 years ago. Compared to Elder Lee, you guys aren't much older, so how do you guys know? You don't understand, Steward Shuo. Back then, when Jiyu Santong was wreaking havoc across Tianyu, it wasn't just the 7 houses he humiliated, but the whole empire. His name was regarded as a curse within the empire. Within the 7 houses, only the house lords know about him through legends passed down from generation to generation, because it's a humiliation to the 7 houses. Our demon scheming sect was different, though. Even before this terror came upon Tianyu, our elders had warned us to steer clear of this monster. Who would have known that, right after we escaped our prison, we would meet him? Ah, what rotten luck we have. Stop crying and tell me about him right now. Okay. Then, Steward Shuo, could you please spare us? We need to clear our thoughts a little. If you explain it to me nicely and clearly, I'll forget your previous sins. Otherwise, don't worry, Steward Shuo, we know when to be serious. We won't dare to trick you again. From what we know, invincible scamp Jiyu Santong led an enigmatic life. It's really unheard of. Oh, why do you say so? His life is so strange, it's impossible for us to even know the mystery he really is. You guys really are better off dead. Wait, what I'm saying is true. Steward Shuo, the eldest brother, really isn't lying. Jiyu Santong's life is strange. We really don't know anything else. He just popped up out of nowhere one day. Otherwise, with the influence of the imperial family, the 3 guardian sects, and the 7 houses, even the origins of a little ant, let alone a living human, could be found. But Jiyu Santong just appeared out of thin air. Isn't that so strange? The Scrooge demon does make some sense. A powerful brat like him with such mysterious origins is certainly baffling. Perhaps, did he also come from the sacred domain? Continue. When that kid first appeared, he looked similar to what he does now, like an 8 or 9-year-old kid, but back then, he was only at the 5th layer of profound heaven. Fast forward 300 years, and he still looks the same, and has only reached radiant 2nd layer, which is in fact quite slow. What's remained the same is that he's titled the strongest in Tianyu. Except before, he was the strongest below the radiant stage, and now he is the strongest in the radiant stage. If that old monster didn't use so much power to keep his youthful appearance, then, how strong could he be now?